Let's talk about how to ship a package with FedEx. So this will be a complete FedEx shipping tutorial. So here are the steps I want you to really pay attention to. Number one, you want to start with your destination in mind. So when it comes to shipping with FedEx, the geography plays an important role. Okay, so if you're shipping internationally, you have to really pay attention to more requirements. But for the purposes of our example here, let's say you are shipping domestically. Okay, so you want to start with your destination in mind. There are different requirements for domestic and international shipping. So if you are shipping within the U.S., you want to skip to step two. And if you are shipping outside the U.S., you need to actually ship. You need to mail a package internationally through the UPS. I mean through the FedEx service. Okay. So when you think about international shipping, the process is not really different from if you are shipping domestically. The only thing is you have to account for customs clearance. Okay. So while shipping a product, care package, or a perishable item overseas might seem daunting. The process is much like shipping a package domestically. There are notable differences in the amount of paperwork fulfillment and delivery options, but the overall shipping process remains similar. Okay, so that's important. So first, you want to ensure the item can be shipped as intended. Okay, so many factors determine which type of commodities may be shipped across a country's borders and who can receive certain types of shipments. So there are a whole lot of restrictions. You can find detailed, up-to-date information about the exporting and importing requirements of over 125 countries by actually reaching out by going to a USPS.gov or even USPS.gov, USPS.com, or to you can go to export.gov. So depending on the contents of your shipment and the restrictions the restrictions of the country you are exporting from, you may also be required to obtain an export license and ECCN number to comply with Export Administration regulations, so the EAR. You also need to select a customs broker and determine the terms of sale, gather important information, and also determine which customs documents are required because they are different depending on the specific item that you are actually shipping. So in terms of shipping items via FedEx, remember that you need to make sure your items can be shipped, right? And some items require special care to ship safely, and others cannot be shipped at all, right? It's one of those things where you want to contact FedEx or you want to look at their service guide to learn more about restricted and prohibited items, dangerous goods, and more. And if you have questions, it's just a lot better to contact FedEx or even talk to an expert. So you also need to get an overview of hazmat's shipping information, including how to ship batteries and details on services and restrictions. So it's always great to contact your FedEx account executive to become an approved hazardous material shipper. Okay. So when it comes to shipping dangerous goods via FedEx Express, you want to really make sure that you are talking to the right person, or at least if you have questions, just let us know in the comment section. We'll certainly get back to you. So there are actually service restrictions. So before you can begin shipping hazmat with FedEx Ground, you must be approved. So contact your FedEx account executive or call FedEx customer service at 1-800-463-3339 and just say hazmats for more information. And so FedEx will ship hazmats including limited quantity materials with FedEx Ground within the continental U.S. Okay, so hazmats including limited quantity materials cannot be shipped to, from, or within Alaska or Hawaii. So limited quantity can be shipped to Canada. You cannot, however, ship ammunition, cartridge, small arms, and cartridge power devices to Canada. So there are some restrictions there. Okay, they are important. You also want to pay attention to the weight because there is a certain weight to really account for if you are going to ship a package, let's say a hazmat package through FedEx. So it's important. I'm showing you on the screen here There are some accepted hazmats. So you have explosives. So 1.4, 1.6. You have flammable gas, non-flammable gas. You have a flammable liquid. You have flammable solid. You have oxidizer. You have organic peroxide, radioactive material. You have corrosive material. You have miscellaneous hazmats. So that's something to really think about. And there are prohibited hazmats. So I'm showing this to you on the screen. Explosives, poisonous gas, spontaneously combustible material, dangerous when wet, poisonous materials, inhalation hazards, poisonous materials, non-inhalation hazards, infectious substance, and radioactive material too. And so that's important to think about that. So I'm showing this to you on the screen here, how to really label stuff, okay? So you have a clear idea of what's approved and what's not approved. So I'm showing you a few examples here. So example 1, you have flammable liquid, class 3. Example number 2, you have toxic, class 6.1. You also have option 2. You also have example 3. And then you have example 4, option 1, option 2, and also example 5. Next, you want to pack your items. So if you're thinking about shipping a package with FedEx, you need to pack your items. So basically, if you're packing your items yourself, following packing guidelines and choosing the right kind of packaging can help actually prevent damage during shipments, okay? And if you need packing supplies, you can actually get them through FedEx. So basically, if you want help with packing, you can stop by a FedEx office locations for assistance. And the company's packing services are backed by the FedEx office packing pledge. And prices include all the necessary supplies, by the way. Okay, so that's kind of cool. And if you go to a FedEx office location, you actually have custom packing solutions for specialty items. So that's kind of cool. So from time to time, you may need a little extra help with certain items. So FedEx has got you covered with guidance for shipping almost anything from bicycles and breakables to furniture and flowers. So you can also put your packing to the test. So you want to take steps to reduce damage and create better unboxing experiences, okay? And the cool thing is that FedEx has a packaging lab. So the lab provides testing services to commercial customers. So you got to be a commercial customer to actually use it, okay? And you can also pack shipments more responsibly. So there are actually some tips around sustainable shipping supplies and reusable packaging options, okay, that you can use to actually reduce your eco impact. Also, you need to understand dimensional weights. So most lightweight shipment rates are determined by their dimensional weights. So you need to learn how to calculate dim weight, reduce it, and save on the shipping cost. And after packing, you want to get your package ready to ship. So once you prep your items, it's time to get them on the way to their recipient. So you can see ways to ship a package, create shipping labels, make plans for a package pickup, also find your nearest drop-off location, and discover how to return unwanted items. The next step when it comes to shipping a package with FedEx, you want to pick your shipping service and calculate your rate, okay? Now, there is a range of shipping solutions to meet different timelines and budgets. And the cool thing is, if you go through the FedEx app, you are able to get a time calculator, like let's say a rate calculator embedded in the app right away. So rates are determined by your shipment's size and weight, the destination, and how fast you want your package to arrive. And when you create a FedEx account, you can get shipping discounts. So it's always good to have a FedEx account anyway, even if you're not a frequent mailer. Okay, so that's really good. The next thing you want to do here is that you want to And that's step 5. You want to create shipping labels. So create a printable shipping label from your computer with FedEx Ship Manager. You will need the senders and recipients' names, addresses, and phone numbers, along with the weight and type of package. Then you want to type and adhere to, you want to print and adhere the label to your shipment. If you don't have a printer, not a problem. So you can use the FedEx mobile app to create your label. It will generate a barcode you can take to your nearest FedEx location. So that's kind of cool. That's really good. And there, a team member will scan the code and print your label for you. So you can actually choose a shipping option based on your shipment type and destination. So first, you want to estimate your shipping rate. So get a rate for packages, air freight, and LTL. And you also need to think about the most popular shipping options. So here you have a common services for a variety of shipping situations, depending on what kind of shipment you want for your FedEx order. You also need to think about shipping domestic packages and envelopes. So there are service options for shipping within the U.S. You have, if you're shipping international packages and envelopes, there are service options for shipping from the U.S. to another country. And you also need to think about shipping LTL freight, so less than truckload services for North American shipments are available over 150 pounds. And if you are shipping domestic air freight, you have freight services for shipments over 150 pounds within the U.S. And finally, you have shipping international air freight, where you have freight services for shipments over 150 pounds from the U.S. to another country. So that's pretty good. So when it comes to shipping a package with FedEx, you need to understand one thing. There are some popular shipping options that you want to really account for this year. So no matter what you're shipping, where it's going, or how quickly you need it to get there, you will find an option that really fits, okay? So you have standard, you have expedited, you have international, you have freight, you have same day, you have flat rate. It really depends on you. Let's quickly talk about that. So when I speak about standard, when you need a low-cost option that still arrives quickly, go with standard. You want to go with expedited FedEx when you need your package delivered by a certain time. Go with international when you need to ship to another country via air or ocean. Go with freight when you need to ship something that weighs over 150 pounds. Go with same day when you need door-to-door delivery within hours. And go with flat rate when you need predictable pricing on expedited shipments under 50 pounds, okay? So same day delivery, you go for it if you have urgent shipments delivered that very day in select areas. So use FedEx same day. For overnight delivery, get it there the next business day by morning, noon, or evening. So use the FedEx First overnight, FedEx Priority overnight, FedEx Standard overnight. For a 2-day delivery, you want to have it there in 2 business days, as early as 10:30 a.m. to businesses or noon to homes. So you go with FedEx 2-day a.m. or FedEx 2-day. You also have standard service options. So you're looking at 3-day delivery, so get shipments delivered in 3 business days by afternoon to businesses or evening to homes. So here you have the FedEx Express Saver. You also have commercial standard delivery. So ship affordably to businesses in 1 to 5 business days. Go with FedEx Ground. And you also have residential standard delivery. So send shipments to residential addresses with delivery every day of the week. Go with FedEx Home Delivery. And if you are shipping packages like internationally, you have as soon as possible, go with FedEx International Next Flight. For 1, 2, or 3-day delivery, go with FedEx International Freight, FedEx International First, FedEx International Priority Express, and FedEx International Priority. You also have international standard service options. So cost-effective 2 to 5 business day delivery. So you want to choose economical shipping with delivery in 2 to 3 business days to select countries. Go with FedEx International Economy and go with FedEx International Ground if you want to actually have packages delivered to 100% of Canadian businesses and homes in 2 to 7 business days. Step number 6, you want to get your package to FedEx. Okay, if you're thinking about shipping a package to with FedEx, you need to get your package to a FedEx location. So the cool thing is you can drop off your package at the nearest FedEx location or drop box. If you would rather arrange a pickup, schedule one online with your customer account, or you can even call 1-800-GO-FedEx. Okay, again, the number is 1-800-463-3339. So that's kind of cool. Now, you have in-store shipping services near you. So basically, FedEx actually will help you print, pack, and ship. You just need to find FedEx services when and where you need them. So for added convenience, download the FedEx mobile app. That's kind of cool. And within the app, you are able to find a store. You can create a shipping label, for instance. You can actually redirect the package. That's kind of cool. You are also able to track a package, and you can get customer support. So when I think about tracking your package, once your package is on the way to its destination, you can keep tabs on its progress. So you can actually check the status of your shipment. So when you're expecting a shipment, use FedEx Delivery Manager for more visibility and control. Receive alerts and notifications, request redirects, and place package holds. And the cool thing is, sign up is actually free. Okay, that's kind of cool. And one thing I want to show you here is that FedEx has this wonderful, this is really great, by the way, it's really brilliant, has this wonderful guide. They have a set of guides for shipping. So you can see on the screen here that basically when you're shipping, you are like whatever you're shipping, you just need to click on the specific type of let's say type of stuff, and then you're good to go. So you have artwork all the way to TVs and monitors. FedEx will help you actually ship it. So just avail yourself of the guides that you really want to go for. Okay, so from artwork to TVs and monitors. So let me give you the extras here. If you think about shipping a package with FedEx, you need to understand that you cannot actually ship internationally the same way you ship domestically. Okay, the process for shipping to other countries and territories is kind of similar to shipping domestically. However, you have to think about the required paperwork, especially customs clearance. Okay, and one thing you also need to understand here is that you don't have to use FedEx packaging for your shipment. The only time you have to use FedEx packaging is when you use FedEx One Rate. Otherwise, use any sturdy, undamaged packaging for shipping. And if you are reusing a box, make sure any old addresses and barcodes are covered. And so there is a difference between a parcel and a freight shipment. So parcels are shipments that weigh less than 150 pounds. Anything heavier than that needs to be shipped as freight. Okay, so that's just something to really think about, especially if you are trying to save money. And you can also require a signature for delivery of your shipment. So when creating your label, select signature options under the special services section. And the cool thing is this option will only appear if the destination is enabled for those services. And when dropping off your package, let's say at a FedEx location, let a team member know about your request, okay? And your shipment can also be held at FedEx for pickup, by the way. So if your recipient has a FedEx Delivery Manager, they can request to have their package held for pickup at one of over 10,000 retail locations, including select Walgreens stores. So that's kind of cool in terms of flexibility. And you can also edit a label immediately after creating it in FedEx Ship Manager. So if you are thinking about shipping a package with FedEx, you have a lot of flexibility, okay? So everything goes through FedEx Ship Manager. It's the same program that allows you to cancel a shipment. You can cancel a shipment before the package is scanned. So in FedEx Ship Manager, click the Ship History tab, select the desired shipment, and choose Cancel. Then click Yes to continue with the cancellation. So this is really straightforward. And finally, you are able to create a prepaid label, okay? Open, once again, FedEx Ship Manager and go to Returns to create the prepaid label, then select whether you'd like to email the label to the recipients or sending with courier. Okay, that's really important. So as closure into this conversation, I explained to you how to ship a package with FedEx. I give you the steps, the extras, and finally the closure. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.